Hey, Morning Star. I can see clearly now. Again, finally. A couple weeks ago, I woke up and put my new contacts in, and just all of a sudden, like overnight, couldn't see. Thought maybe I had the prescription wrong, switched eyes, tried a second set, but it was like literally my eyes went wonky overnight. Went to the eye doctor, got retested, and we started doing the new contact test. And I bet I tried like 4 different contacts in my left eye, and finally yesterday found the right fit, and it's like, wow, how great it is. It's amazing how you take things for granted, and when things begin to get a little off or askew, you're like, man, it's just crazy. I just want to see. Reminded me a little bit of the story of Bartimaeus that we read about in Mark chapter 10. It says that Jesus is walking through the streets of Jericho, and there's big crowds around him, and he comes across a beggar by the name of Bartimaeus, who is blind. And Bartimaeus begins to shout to Jesus, "Have mercy on me, Jesus. Have mercy on me, son of David." And the crowds just start shushing him. Be quiet, Bartimaeus. Just, know your place. And he just shouted even more. And Jesus hears Bartimaeus, looks over, sees him, and calls for Bartimaeus to be brought to him. Asks Bartimaeus, "What do you want?" And Bartimaeus says, "I want to see." And Jesus, we're told, says, "Your faith has healed you. Go." And Bartimaeus goes, but his go is to follow Jesus. And the gospel message here, in the gospel, we're told, likes to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. So if you feel like Bartimaeus, if you're afflicted, the comforting story, the comforting point of this is that when the rest of the world wants to push you aside, when you're broken down, when you're suffering, when you need healing, when you need a touch of grace, and the rest of the world is trying to just push you aside and overlook you and tell you to stay where you are, stay down, the gospel, the good news is that Jesus sees you. When other people don't, Jesus sees you, and he wants to call out the best in you. He wants to bring healing and wholeness. He wants to bring sight to that part of your life that is blind. He wants to bring hearing and clarity to the part of your life that has gone deaf. And he wants to bring healing and wholeness to every area. So the good news is that Jesus sees you when the rest of the world doesn't. He values you, and he sees your potential. He sees you for who you can be, not just for who you currently are in your situation. But here's the challenge for those of us who are comfortable. And the challenge is to put on new eyes, to keep finding and growing in Christ so that we can finally begin to see clearly. That we would not overlook the Bartimaeuses in our own life, those people who are on the margins, those people in our office, the people in our neighborhood that always tend to kind of get overlooked. For whatever reason, that we can begin to keep searching for that new set of contacts to where we can see clearly, we can see the way that Jesus would see, that we would see people as children of God, as brothers and sisters in Christ, people with dignity and worth, that we would value them and want to pour out some of who we are to meet them where they are and help them take kind of next steps so that in us, they might even be able to see Jesus clearly. So wherever we are, maybe you're Bartimaeus on the side of the road, and maybe you're more like Jesus or the disciples walking along. The good news is that he wants to help each of us see more clearly and keep growing in faith. Hey, Morning Star, keep your eyes open for opportunities to love and serve God and others this week, and I can't wait to be back in the pulpit and see you in worship this weekend. God bless you.